Have you ever wondered what lurks in the unseen shadows of the world? A chilling question, isn't it? As we move through our daily lives, we often forget that there are mysteries hidden just beyond our perception, unexplained phenomena that baffle even the brightest minds. Consider for a moment the Bermuda Triangle. This stretch of ocean, wedged between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has long been a source of fascination and fear. Countless ships and aircraft have vanished without a trace within its boundaries, leaving nothing but whispers of their existence. Despite numerous investigations, the truth remains elusive, shrouded in a cloak of uncertainty and darkness. Then there's the chilling tale of the Dyatlov Pass incident. In the dead of winter in 1959, 9 hikers ventured into the Ural Mountains of Russia, only to meet a gruesome and inexplicable end. Their tent found torn open from the inside, and their bodies, scattered across the snow with bizarre injuries, have left investigators puzzled for over half a century. These are but 2 examples of the unknown horrors that lurk within our world. They serve as chilling reminders that there are still corners of our planet that defy explanation, places where the rules of logic and reason seem to break down, swallowed by the unseen shadows. Yet, as eerie as these incidents are, they merely scratch the surface of the hidden terrors that exist around us. Unknown to most, there are far more sinister forces at play, entities that operate in the darkest corners of our reality, their motives as obscure as the shadows they inhabit. These forces, these unseen shadows, are not confined to remote mountains or treacherous seas. They can be found much closer to home, lurking in the periphery of our ordinary lives, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. And so, as we delve deeper into these unseen shadows, we must brace ourselves for the chilling tales that lie ahead. For the story we're about to unravel is one of such horror and mystery that it makes even the Bermuda Triangle and the Dyatlov Pass incident seem tame in comparison. But nothing is as chilling as the story we're about to unravel. In the heart of a small secluded town, a chilling secret hides in plain sight. Here, amidst the quiet humdrum of everyday life, lies a mystery that chills the marrow in our bones. Picture a place where the quaint charm of the old world mingles seamlessly with the steady pace of modernity, a place where children's laughter echoes through the narrow cobblestone streets, and the smell of freshly baked bread wafts through the air. But as the sun dips below the horizon, and the town's facade of normalcy starts to fade, whispers begin to fill the air. Not the whispers of gossiping townsfolk or lovers sharing sweet nothings, but an eerie, otherworldly whisper that seems to come from the wind itself. This is the first hint we have of the town's dark secret, the cult of the Whispering Wind. The inhabitants of this town live their lives in a state of blissful ignorance, unaware of the shadowy figures who convene when the moon is at its highest. These figures, cloaked in secrecy, are the members of the Whispering Wind, but who are they? What are their intentions? The answers to these questions are as elusive as the Whispering Wind itself. As we delve deeper into the mystery, the town's facade of normalcy becomes even more strained. The townsfolk start to appear less like the friendly neighbors they seem to be, and more like pawns in a sinister game. The cheerful laughter of the children begins to sound hollow. The smell of freshly baked bread turns acrid, and the once charming cobblestone streets seem to twist and turn into a labyrinth of fear. Still, the true nature of the Whispering Wind remains shrouded in mystery. What we do know, however, is that this is no ordinary town. Here, the secrets are as deep as the roots of the ancient trees that line its streets. And in this town, the wind doesn't just blow, it whispers. The truth, they say, is stranger than fiction. In the intricate web that is the cult of the Whispering Wind, this adage rings truer than ever. The cult members, called the Wind Whisperers, engage in practices that are as intriguing as they are unsettling. They believe in the omnipresent, omnipotent entity they refer to as the Whispering Wind. To them, this isn't merely the breeze rustling through the leaves or the gusts that sway the tall pines. Oh no. They revere the Whispering Wind as a divine force, a deity that communicates with them, guides them, and in some instances even controls their fate. Their worship is not of a deity locked away in some celestial realm, but of an entity that surrounds them, invisible yet palpable, silent yet heard. The Wind Whisperers have rituals that are as unique as their belief system. They gather under the cloak of darkness, in open fields where they believe their deity is most potent. With their palms raised to the moonlit sky, they speak in hushed whispers, as if in intimate conversation with the wind itself. Their practices extend beyond these nocturnal gatherings, In their everyday lives they abide by a strict code of conduct. Silence is golden, they say, for it allows them to hear the divine whispers clearer. They live minimally, shunning material possessions and worldly distractions, all in a bid to strengthen their connection with the whispering wind. Their beliefs, though alien to many, are deeply entrenched in their lives. The whispering wind is their compass, their guide, their confidant. They seek its counsel in times of doubt, its comfort in times of sorrow, its wisdom in times of confusion. This, then, is the cult of the whispering wind, a society that veers off the beaten path, challenging our understanding of faith and divinity. It's a world where the wind isn't just a natural phenomenon, but a divine entity with a voice and a will of its own. But what happens when the wind whispers back? Beneath the moon's eerie glow, the whispers became a scream. The chill of the night was a mere shadow compared to the ice-cold fear that gripped the air. The cult of the whispering wind, bathed in the spectral light of the moon, began their sinister ritual. A circle of cloaked figures, their faces hidden beneath the hooded darkness, assembled around the ritualistic stone. The stone, an ancient relic, seemed to pulse with an almost audible rhythm, echoing the heartbeat of the night itself. The whispers grew louder, the words indistinguishable yet hauntingly familiar, a symphony of secret tongues and ancient rites. In the center of the circle, an offering. Not of gold or silver but of something far more precious, a sacrifice to appease the whispering wind. The details of the sacrifice remained obscured, shrouded in the secrecy of the cult. The only indication of its nature was the tangible tension that filled the air, the heavy dread that hung like a specter over the gathering. The whispers grew in intensity, their rhythm matching the growing wind that swept through the circle. It was as if the very elements were in sync with the ritual, the earth bearing silent witness to the proceedings. The moon seemed to glow brighter, casting long, grotesque shadows that danced and twirled with the whispering wind. Suddenly, the whispers ceased. A solitary figure stepped forward, their hand reaching out to the sacrifice. An incantation was uttered, a final plea to the whispering wind. The figure's hand descended, and the air seemed to hold its breath. The moment lingered, a snapshot of anticipation and dread. And then, everything went silent. The wind ceased its dance, the whispers were stilled, and even the moon hid behind a veil of clouds. The ritual was complete, but what had transpired? What was the nature of the sacrifice? The answers were swallowed by the silence, leaving behind a chilling mystery that would haunt the night. In the silence that followed, the town held its breath. The aftermath of the ritual was a spectacle to behold. The once vibrant town square, now a silent stage set with the remnants of an event that defied explanation. The eerie quietness was punctuated only by the distant echo of a crow's caw, a chilling reminder of the horrors that unfolded the night before. The shadows that once lurked unseen now danced in the open, their forms flickering under the pale moonlight. Each shadow seemed to carry a story, a piece of the puzzle that was the cult of the whispering wind. The air was heavy with uncertainty, the lingering scent of the ritual still clinging to the cobblestone streets. Unexplained phenomena began to weave themselves into the fabric of the town. Clocks stopped at the stroke of midnight, frozen in time as if afraid to move forward. Mirrors reflected not the present but echoes of the past, replaying the sinister ritual over and over. The townspeople, once dismissive of the old tales, now found themselves trapped in a living nightmare. The whispers of the wind, once a comforting lullaby, were now replaced by an unsettling silence. A silence that seemed to scream louder than any wind ever could. It was as if the wind itself was in mourning the loss of its innocence, its voice stolen by the cult's sinister deeds. The aftermath was not just physical but psychological. A once thriving community now lived in fear, the echoes of the ritual haunting their dreams. The townfolk were left questioning their reality, their sanity, and most importantly, their future. The wind had stopped whispering, but for how long? In the quiet of the night, a single whisper floated on the breeze. The cult's ritual, shrouded in darkness, had echoed far beyond their secluded hideaway, stirring an unknown force. This was just the beginning, and somewhere in the heart of the town, a door creaked open.